Aquariuses, hope everyone is well. Thank you for being here. I was planning to do an all signs, but it turned out to be individual signs because I've been cutting the videos after each individual sign. For no reason, by the way. Anyways, we're gonna start with the oracle. We're looking at the current energies, and if love comes up, we're gonna look at more in detail, like who they are and how they feel. So let's start. Let's look at that. We get 2 cards. Sag is the only sign that had 2 cards. Okay, Aquarius. Spirit guardian of summer is expansion, and right beside it is guardians of the land for protection. So I had a similar message, like it's a back and forth, like something that wants to expand but gets constricted. So they came out as expansion first and then constriction or limitation, but maybe it'll reverse, excuse me, depending on the cards. So let's get another keyword here, or maybe 2, 1 for each of these. Okay, sorry, that's weird. I rarely do this. There's a card that, okay, it slipped like this on top. I picked it up, I read it, and I put it back, but I didn't, as I did that, I know it's here and I saw the words, so I'm debating. I'm gonna keep it, but it just came out for Capricorn, so you need to know, copy. You need to know, or maybe watch the Capricorn video. But I'm focusing on the fact that I put it back. Literally read it and put it back, as if I didn't want it here, and it's not up to me to decide, right? Like, I just realized what I did. So let me keep pulling, because that matters. Those kind of things matter in a reading. It's almost like a denial energy. So I want to eventually see why that was, why that happened. So let's get a word on protection. I think you have to watch the Capricorn video. I'm going to tell you why after. I just want to get that card. Okay. Please. Okay. The Capricorn video, the copy was things that are being copied. They look a little different on the outside, but overall they're all the same, really, at the core. So it's a little deceitful, right? Because you think you're getting something different, but not really. And so, because it clarifies the expansion card, I guess maybe unconsciously I was denying that I wanted your expansion to be about something that is just being repeated without really added value, basically. At least that's how I'm interpreting the unconscious gesture that I had. Here we have the word please with protection, which makes me think that you're being really, really asked to pay attention to correct that. Protect, maybe as in, I mean, I read it as totally different. I don't read it as protection. I'm reading it as, if all these things look different but are the same, and if that is deceitful, basically you're being asked not to do it. And so protection is saying, just don't do that. You know, it's equivalent to saying, don't do it. Try to bring in more, either a differentiation. I can't pronounce the word in English. I know it's exactly the same word in French and in English, but I can't say it in English. Differentiation. It means what sets 2 things apart, what makes them different. So back to my thought here. Let's draw some tarot, really, because I wonder why you're being asked to Well, first of all, Aquarius, you rarely put out things that are not of value, right? So, and you're the original one of the zodiac, so your stuff would be different in itself, and even your own stuff, my feeling is it would be different, your own stuff towards your own stuff, right? You want to create things that are different. Not to say that you can't do a mass production of something which is basically producing the same thing in a larger quantity. That's not what I mean. Like, just making sure that when you do make them look different, they should be different, right? That you should really like walk your talk and not misrepresent either what you're selling or providing or offering, right? Ace of Swords, and that's the truth. This speaks of your integrity. It's exactly what I was saying. I would not suspect you, Aquarius, to do so deliberately. You might be doing it without really knowing, but the cards here are asking you to be in full integrity, and I think you are. I think you know. The cards wouldn't come out like, I think you know what it is that you sort of replicate that is not really serving whatever you're offering. Magician in reverse, you see that's your deceit. Sorry to call you out. When I say that, I know that the word deceit can be really heavy, or like heavy with meaning. I'm using it somewhat very lightly here. Please know that. I don't think you're deceitful. I really don't. I think you might be inadvertently maybe you're lacking a little bit of inspiration at the moment. As I say that, a card falls. Nine of Swords in the reverse. Let me pull some more. Hierophant in the reverse. Okay, you've been very conflicted about your own originality. And I think you've actually been challenged as well. And you've probably ran into some hurdles when it comes to being different and unconventional about things. And so when you try to create things that are too different, maybe that's why you revert to copying, right? Sorry, there's a crow. It's right there. Anyways, maybe you're reverting to replication because you don't want to provoke people. I think it's possible. I think you've experienced some form of being cut out or perceived as out of the norm, right? And it might have been difficult for you. You know, even the Magician in reverse would be unconventional to a degree. It's mostly seen on the Hierophant in the reverse, but even the Magician, like, I was gonna say, like, having twisted ways of doing things, but just like uncommon ways of doing things, right? So it might look from the outside like, well, that looks shady, but it's not shady. It's just like presented differently. It's very novel, very unfamiliar, so people might be reacting very strongly to that. But the guidance is really to protect yourself, and the Eight of Wands came out in the reverse, and I feel that that's protection. I feel you should refrain from, at the moment, putting out things. I think maybe you're way ahead of your time here. And I mean your generation. Okay, death comes in, so transformation of that. And then we get Beautiful. Queen of Cups, the World, and the Ten of Wands. You're going to be working very hard at something very successful, but you're going to do it from the heart. That's what needs to happen. You need to let go. You need to cut out whatever you perceive to be you not belonging and providing things that are too unconventional. You can actually embrace that. That's for sure. But you do need to slow down on sending out things that are replicas or that don't have any real added value. Especially when you know that you can produce quality, right? It's like saying don't revert to quantity when you can actually work on quality, something like that, along those lines. You need to stand in your integrity. You know that you have integrity. And you know that you have something to say. But you'll have to undergo some transformation, and it'll take the form of constriction, protection, right? You having to sort of minimize and sacrifice some of the quantity to the profit of quality work instead. So let's get an angel number. That came out quickly. 1717, which reads, this number signifies luck is coming your way both romantically and professionally. You're going to have a lot of original and creative ideas in the days to come. Okay, well, I can't make this up, right? So hopefully something resonated in this message for you. I really hope so. It was fun to read. You can give me a thumbs up. I'd appreciate for sure greatly. You can like the video, share the video, and subscribe. I'll see you soon. Take care.